So hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Syberia 1. Now, he said there is a key in the office. You mean this gigantic ass thing?
What?
No,
Why is
Katie,
it on the
you
coat rack?
because it's actually the size of an umbrella, and she just put it inside of her jacket.
Well, it's gonna be real comfy in there. And now for the... Oh, I thought there was gonna be some hot bench sitting action. That's always my favorite part of
No,
games, when they just say, sit on this bench.
no, we just get to read this. I should mention, like, for us it doesn't look any different, but it looks kind of pixely when you zoom it in. Uh, that is because the PC version didn't actually have any zoom in function, as far as I recall. So uh, all of the uh, all of the documents do get displayed in their native resolution, just zoomed in, if you choose that option. I do find it nice though, especially if you weren't playing the game in with the good cables. You would have a hard time reading this tiny text on a CRT TV.
Um, I mean, wouldn't that have also been a problem for everyone playing it on the PC?
Well, a CRT a CRT connected via VGA is actually really sharp. We don't need to go that way, actually, yet. A CRT connected to a VGA
Oh,
is really
gotcha,
sharp.
gotcha.
I mean, most people were playing their Xbox games and PS2 games with the composite connection on a TV,
Right, right.
so that was kind of blurry.
Now I understand. Um, every time I get into one of these games and they're like, come back tomorrow, I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna go sleep then. Let me do the thing.
Hmm.
Hello?
Kate,
Dan, I'm so pleased to hear your voice.
how are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay. Especially when you...
Everything going as planned?
Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. You know, everything's so different here.
Actually, while we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up tomorrow lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight from Paris won't be delayed. We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
Dan, I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear much to look really great.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's one or two complications. You understand?
Kate, honey, what are you talking about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer. Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contract. There's millions of dollars on the line here.
I know, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can, I promise.
Why does she have to be
I gotta
there
go.
for something
I'll
her
call you back
husband's doing
soon.
for his business,
Love you, honey.
unrelated to her?
Well, I mean,
Just
he did
smooth
say
them.
she doesn't have to wear much to look great.
Oh, okay. She's resourceful. I like her.
Yes. And now look at how big the thing I was holding in my jacket was.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, she's hollow, and she's stuffing it, like, inside
Look at
herself. That's why she
look,
rattles
look at
when she
that.
rattles. Oh, yeah. Oh. I thought there was going to be a more elaborate cutscene there.
No, it's just we need a train mechanism to push a door open. Because why
I
not?
guess so. The sound design's really nice in this too.
Very mechanical, especially for the
Yeah.
menu, and the menu design also really helps with it being very metallic looking.
Yeah, they really have a unified vision and they've
Mhm.
applied it to all the aspects that I've seen so far.
Yes. Now you may notice there is a whole bunch of places that we can go to. This is one nice thing about this game. It gives a bunch of branching paths a lot of times, and for the most part you can go into any of them and achieve something. For example, right now we could also go to the cemetery, I believe, but I decide to do that later.
There's one place you can't go though. The bread shop. Not allowed.
Damn it. And we're not gonna be here tomorrow.
Mysterious bread shop.
We
I
will
want the
never
bread.
know how good the buns are.
What if they've got some delicious baguette?
They probably do. It is France.
You're right. Oh, I thought that was gonna like kill you. I thought that was coming on your area and it was just gonna squish you.
Like on my plane.
Yeah.
But no. We just need to push this ladder, this lever for later.
Oh, that'd be really annoying if you didn't. I'm certain they would hint to it, but if you hadn't done that, then you had to come back here, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't remember if it's terribly obvious that you need to get that thing. We can't really do anything at the train station right now, but I will go to the garden area because we can pretty much finish off anything we will ever need to do here right now.
This is another Nico speedrun. Optimized
Absolutely.
strats.
Absolutely. Well, if it actually was a speedrun, I would probably first go to the cemetery because it's the
I need a
furthest
key.
off the side place in this entire map.
Well, you can do that route later. That'll just make it easy to save time in your later runs.
Mm-hmm. I will have to do the clip through the ceiling right here.
Right. Oh goodness.
Good morning. You've got a magnificent garden.
Momo is Gollum. Ah! Oh, that wasn't Momo?
Mm-mm.
It's just Gollum.
Yes.
Oh, please, don't talk about it. Since my gardener automaton broke down, there are weeds everywhere. You can't imagine how much work it takes me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. We're not used to doing without our robot help here in Veladiland. But everybody says that we're going to have to get used to it.
She's that's one of those obviously I'm voice acting deliveries.
I also find it really weird that all of the translations that I am familiar with as of now, as in the Polish version and this English version, this lady always refers to the automatons the second time as robots, even though they clearly established that people don't like that. I don't know. Maybe she's just not very popular.
Well,
maybe this is what he meant. Like this is the bitch nobody speaks to, because she calls automatons robots.
How dare she?
Exactly.
I'm offended. Yeah, it is funny that they put a literal like hedge maze.
And we're out of the hedge maze already.
Yeah. They didn't. It would be really mean to actually have a maze where like they have fixed camera angles, because it'd be really hard to keep track of without actually just writing it down. You know.
Yeah, it would be kind of a pain. And like even writing it down would have been a pain.
Yeah. You could easily make a mistake. Now we have the 5 minutes of climbing a ladder.
Now they're merciful with that.
Oh, okay.
They usually just show getting on the ladder or like, yeah, we can animate walking up the stairs.
There is like a degree of showing off because we liked this.
We need this ink, and now it's the diary. it's fairly long, but it is actually like I would say it's quite important, especially if you plan to if you plan to play the later games in the series. A lot of things in it are quite relevant. And if you do actually want to read through it, pause. Because otherwise we would be here for a good 10 minutes.
Hey, but that would give me a chance to work on my Anna Vorlberg voice.
You-
Hans! My dearest Hans! Don't you just want to hear that for about 30 minutes?
I mean, we will eventually hear what her voice is like.
It's exactly like I just did. I'm flawless. Voice
You were
actor.
pretty... no. No.
I'm just trying to get the gist of it. That's why I'm being kind of quiet. And so far, I have.
Thankfully, you are not actually, like, required to... you are not actually required to read all of this, because there are scenes later on which pinpoint the most important details of that are included in this diary.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also really good scenes. But this is like, you know, more background material, and also they did a very good job. Like right there, you could see, for example, a teardrop on on the paper, like right there. And it having something to do with what's happening, and also including all of these little plans there and there. With the, I actually believe that they made an actual diary and scanned it, or something, or at least they scanned the plans, taped into it, because the tape looks a little bit too accurate.
They look a little out of place against the rest of the things.
Like they're really good at doing the dingy, like used up, rusty, and yellowed out stuff. And that's what the tape in here is like. Just like the fact that they did, they made a very clearly visible texture to the pages of this diary.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything's really old, and you see little stains everywhere.
Well, there you go.
And there is nothing more to pick up. And there ain't nothing there.
But you had to check, because maybe there was a way you could walk over there that you just didn't know about.
Or I
in this
just
Resident
could've-
Evil fixed camera angle.
Yeah. Now I have to find out where yeah, there is the door.
And this is where the zombie dogs bust in through the windows, I know.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Or is there? Oh, I thought it was going to be a chair you could sit in. What? Wow.
It's a little
that was
happy
a fancy
dance.
Yeah.
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
Ah, Momo, it's you. You scared me. What are you doing
That
in here?
fly sound
Momo
is really
want
getting on my
mammoth
nerves.
picture, like Hans' picture.
Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
That should be a mini game.
You don't give up
You have to
easily,
draw
do
with the
you?
joysticks.
You have to draw with the D-pad and the white button
Oh.
only.
Oh my goodness.
And this is, I don't know what happened here.
You remember me, don't
Got
you?
it to dream.
I'm
You gotta
Kate.
put some music over that.
Draw mammoth for Momo, please.
You must find me a bit rude turning up places uninvited where nobody knows who I am. See, it's kind of my job, you know, to get involved. But don't mind me. Just carry on with what you're doing.
Momo not mind. Anna kind, never angry.
That's right. She won't be angry. Not now. You're a sweet kid, Momo. But I can't draw. Least of all, mammoths.
Draw mammoth easy. Hans draw mammoth. Anna draw mammoth. Kate too.
I mean, maybe I could do a quick squiggle of a box, say, that has a mammoth inside.
No, Momo want a real mammoth.
My goodness, you are one stubborn boy.
She sure is a lawyer.
There's something I'm looking for, but I don't
You just
quite
have to
know
believe
what.
it's
I
there.
need a
There is a
clue,
mammoth inside this
anything
box.
that might tell me where Hans is. You want to help me, don't you?
First,
Until you open
draw
the box, the
mammoth
mammoth
for
is both
Momo.
in there
and
and
if I
not.
help you, you help me, right?
Momo know Kate is kind. Kate draw mammoth for Momo. Then Momo tell Kate secret.
You've got a secret?
First, draw mammoth for Momo.
So this is why we actually need to...
Do you know if Anna came here often with Hans?
Momo want mammoth picture, like Hans' picture.
You know, I think you should go through every option just so we can listen to him talk about how
What's
he
going
wants
to happen
mammoths.
to you now that Anna is gone?
Momo big now.
You know,
They want Momo live at
I have
inn.
to say,
Momo don't
in the
want
Polish version, they actually
Momo
hired
take
a
care of
kid
Momo.
and not
From what I've
another
You're
Yes.
40-year-old
pretty
woman
resourceful.
to voice this
Right.
child.
And it
must
didn't
be
sound
fascinating to
so
live in a village full of
irritating.
automatons.
Automatons made by hands.
Eh,
Difficult work. When Momo big,
7
do
out of
like
10
Hans.
irritating.
Momo
Oh,
friend
okay.
of automatons.
I
Tell me,
mean,
Momo,
who could forget a
you
classic
come here a
character
lot
like
with Anna?
Momo? You know, you just want to
Mhm.
see him more and hear his
Anna
him
like
talk
I mean-
and just
Anna like Hans.
He
Anna
he,
and
he did
Joey.
make a better comeback in the Avatar series, right?
Momo, I've got to go now.
Where he doesn't speak.
But see you later, maybe.
you know that's the key.
And now, this is one of those things that can actually get you stumped. Because unless you saw this little thingy of a mammoth, barely visible on this piece of wood, you'd be looking for a way to actually draw, and Katie cannot draw. What's interesting, in the Polish version, they changed the whole box thing. She didn't want to draw a box, she wanted to make a box out of the piece of paper.
Well, you know, origami is a skill she has, unlike drawing.
Exactly. And I mean, that would have been an actual solution, you know?
Right. And that's a fun little mini game that you could actually do. Figure out how to fold a box.
I've got something else I want to ask.
With the black and white button.
Momo listening.
That was they were just
Momo?
really ahead of the curve on the whole morality system thing, and the black button was anytime you want to do something evil, and the white
I
button was anytime you want to do
really
something
don't
good.
know why they forced every game to use the black and white button for something. There is absolutely no reason why moving pages couldn't have been a D-pad.
Oh, it actually is the black and white. I thought you were being sarcastic.
Yes, it is. Of course it is. It's an Xbox game.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo.
There's nothing better
Momo
than listening
show
to
his
Momo
secret
talk
to
and that
Kate.
fly noise, and then Momo talk, and then that fly noise, and
Thankfully, we're already moving out from the fly noise,
oh, thank goodness.
and now we have to follow him.
Mammoth.
Momo.
Oh, goodness.